Well, I just walked a mile and a half. Walked a mile and a half. But I ain't really words from Lord Kitchener's song. Let me do this quick before the rain come, eh? The rain setting up, you know. I feel a little drizzle. So I have to do this very, very quickly. Here the entrance to what was known at one point as Santa Maria Hotel. One of the most beautiful views you can get in Grenada if you go way up on top there. See the harbor, the fort, Monjalou, Fort Frederick. Wonderful view up there. And then of course, the name was changed from Santa Maria Hotel to Islander Hotel. Well, after, when the revolutionary time came, it was called Butler House. And many of you knew what happened to Butler House. So yes, this here says the owner reserves the right to have vehicles towed. So don't come and park here. All right. Here on the other side, we see the Mason de Tanti Rose. Tanti Rose, a fixture was in Belmont. And I'm glad to see they put up that sign there because remember Tanti Rose and Mr. Redhead. Oh, how I remember Mr. Redhead. When we see all the bangings from the football game in Springs, at Springs, it was time for a dip in Pandy Beach. And how I wonder why it took me 3 days to get to my favorite Pandy Beach. Many of you have seen me write so much. You have read about Pandy Beach in my writing. Favorite spot of mine. But it took me 3 days. This is quite unusual. So yes, we see a little change here. Again, I always say change is constant. And you see how things have changed up here a bit. You know, those of you who have not come to the Belmont area for a while, Belmont St. George, Grenada, you will notice some changes here. Let me just stay here and look on that area there. I can actually see this area, the spot where that wonderful woman called Miss Leneve, Miss Margaret's mother. She used to wait when I come to the beach in the morning. She always had a mango for me. And I could still hear her voice. Sonny, stop, wait, don't go. I have something for you. And you know what it was? A mango or two. And she used to say it fell from the tree last night. So I saved it for you. And it made me feel happy. You know, we have some wonderful people who lived in Grenada and still live in Grenada. Some wonderful people. Yes. And when I met her grandson in New York, he said to me, he said, boy, when Granny put away your mango, not a man could touch it. So rest in peace, Mr. Leneve, wherever you are. God bless. God bless. God bless. This is new. I didn't see this when I came the last time. This is new. To some people who have not come to Grenada in recent times, you're seeing new structures, new features. So yes, I remember just going back a little, and this is the hill. As I said, I walk a mile and a half, but I ain't Tilele. You know what Tilele means? Yes, Kitchener's song, he mentioned Tilele. Going on, so many of those who played in the football games, and it was football fever, man, football fever. I can still hear the young guy walking on the sidewalk. Buy the skin up, buy the skin up. He used to shout, buy the skin up, while the games were played. And of course, the game featured individuals like Cafe Bull, Osbot, and a Monjalou gang. You had the guys from Monjalou. The guys from Monjalou who used to come and play the football at Springs. And some are passed into the great beyond, like Kid Boyne, who I went to school at Palmer School with. I remember the days. I don't know what happened to Punks, but I know Compe Tig is in New York. And we have maintained a friendship over the years. I see him only now and then though. But yes, some has gone on. And there are some who are still around. We have Dr. Dr. Matthias. I think she lives in Grenada now. So yes, memories of spring football. And why I mentioned spring football? For the particular reason, because after the football game, man, it was Pandy Beach, my favorite spot. Pandy Beach. So much time I spent here beating books. I used to beat books under the trees, and there's so much to see. You can look out there and see the hospital area up there. I'll pull it closer. The hospital. I'm gonna walk down here so that I pass in this area here. I'm walking. I want to get a view of the Carnage area so that I can bring back some memories for those people who are abroad. Now much of my postings, my videos are geared to rekindle memories of those who are now in England and America and various other parts of the world. Some of you have told me how much you enjoy looking at what you knew, the soil you once graced, the trees and the churches and the schools. Bring back memories, a lot of memories. And of course, Pandy Beach was always famous for the manjoline trees and the almond. See the almond on the ground there? We used to open the, we say almond, we say almond, but we say almond. We change up everything in Grenada, eh? You know, is this sargassum? It seems that there's evidence of sargassum here. Sargassum that comes all the way from the North Atlantic, makes its way and terrorize the beaches in the Caribbean and Mexico and Central America and Jamaica and all the different places, the sargassum. So this must be evidence of a little sargassum. Nothing to talk about. Nothing to talk about. So looking over there now, we got a picture of the fort. See, there's some work done up there. You know, I always pride myself like a person we knew. And I always mention him, Dr. Lanmiel Stanislaus. That man was a true Grenadian. He going in all kind of party fit. He don't care what party. If it's a oil long, a political party having, and a man like oil long, he go in there. He keep in his, and that's how I am. I am like that. Whoever have a party, whoever food sharing, or buying, selling food, you don't have to invite me, I come in. Because you know what? The bottom line is, I am a Grenadian first, a son of the soil. And I always mention when I come to Grenada, and the immigration officer say, welcome home, makes me feel happy. Because although I've lived abroad for a while, quite a while, years I should say, Grenada has always remained in me. So here we have a picture of the fort. I don't watch the water coming in here. You see here? But before the rain falls, there's something that I want to say, because that's the main reason why I came here. Before the rain falls, let me get busy and do that, eh? So let me pause this a minute and set up like the rain. And I heard we're gonna have some rain Monday or Tuesday, probably Sunday. So we all prepare for that, eh? Right, prepare for that. Today is the 18th of October, 2025. Thank God for life. Thank God for life. There's some things I want to say, but I will not say it right now because it's just repeating. I said it when I was here in January this year. That makes sense saying it again. You can look at my Facebook page and you can hear the videos that I made. Okay, so let me get busy, eh? Let me get busy. Let me do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. The boys who went to the Presentation Brothers College, look at your old school up there, boy. Bring back memories. All right. Looking at the yachts out there. Boy, I wonder where they'll show the miss. Eh? I wonder where. I feel like they're shoot in the water. I don't know. I can't say that. Eh? That's alleged. And somebody even told me that that's where the fish in the water here are so big. It's what they're eating. Now don't quote me on that. Please don't quote me. You know, I'll make this part 1 because people like to listen to long thing, you know? Some people don't have that patience. So I'll make this part 1 and I'll do part 2 in a little while. Anthony Wendell the Riggs on my favorite spot here. Pandy Beach, Mount Pandy Beach. We have a guy called Santo P. Right in that spot there, Santo P. Used to spin conform and throw himself into the water. And all the older people used to bathe right here. And yes, of course, Jeff used to practice his karate move right here. During a time when the Chinese movie had taken over Grenada, it's in so much that when a cold bust out, the influenza, people used to say, boy, you catch your Wang Yu, you catch your Wang Yu, because it was all about silver socks and the golden mask and all kind of stuff like that. But those were the days, my friend. We thought they will never end. You know that song? So just pausing to end this first part of my video. And I always say, God bless, God bless, God bless. Anthony Wendell the Riggs. I need the blessings, boy. I need a lot of blessings.